name is Dr. Jeff Crane, and I'm a therapist here at Robocheck and Thacker, and primarily work with couples. I work with lots of couples with lots of presenting issues, and so today I kind of want to spend a moment, help you out, talk with you a little bit about how to fight well. I often hear from couples that come in to meet with me and they say, oh, we just don't know how to fight well, our communication's not good, whatever it may be. And so especially during this holiday season where there's a lot more time spent together with traditions, with events that are going on, and even more time spent around the dreaded in-laws, there may be more opportunities for fighting. So I want to spend a moment just talking about how to fight well. Well, first, you should know there is no such thing as fighting well. It doesn't exist. The very parts of our brain that activate when we start to get into an emotional fight is a very primitive emotional part, which is the amygdala. And that activation deactivates our very rational thinking portion of our brain in the prefrontal cortex. And so we actually can't start to think and rationalize about what we're fighting about. So oftentimes couples, and you may feel this, you get in a fight and then half an hour later, you don't even know why you started the fight in the first place. And that's an important part of why we function as human beings, but it doesn't so much help us in context of fighting with our spouse. So here's one thing that you could try. There's some great researchers at Texas Tech University, Doug Smith and Jason Whiting, who've come up with a wonderful idea and concept that could maybe help you out this season. And that is a timeout. And I know that's typically associated with little kids, and that's very juvenile, but it's a real practical thing you can do in terms of helping your relationship with your partner. There are a few rules, a few concepts to the timeout that I will describe and help you understand so you can use it sometime this season. One is you cannot call a timeout or a break for anybody else but yourself. It's not fair to do it, to call it out for your partner. You have to call it for yourself. Two is that you need to set a specific time frame for how long the timeout's going to last. The minimal amount is somewhere around 25 minutes. That usually is about the time that it takes for the amygdala to de-escalate and calm down, and then allows you to kind of re-engage with each other. I'd say maximum amount of time would be somewhere around 2 hours. Now, if you're fighting at night and you need to go to bed, then that's understandable. Don't wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to have a good fight or to revisit the issue. Sleep through the night and address it in the morning. The third thing that needs to be a part of timeouts is when you leave. When you call a timeout and you separate from each other, that period of time is for relaxing. Go read a good book, get in the bath, listen to some soothing music. This is not a time to listen to heavy metal music and punch a punching bag. Those don't help. Catharsis does not help in this situation. It's more of a time to just relax the emotions, calm them down, so that you can get back to using some of your thinking and more logical parts of your brain. And lastly, is you need to identify a specific location where you would go, where each person's going to go. Somewhere preferably in the house. Don't want you out on the street driving angrily around. It may feel relaxing to you, but trust me, we don't need more angry drivers out on the roads. And two, you need to find a designated spot so that the other person, your partner, doesn't worry about, oh, my spouse or partner just left the house really angry and I don't know where they're going to go. And so they spend their whole time fretting and worrying about you. So do those 4 steps. Most importantly, you got to come back to it. You got to come back after the 25 minutes, after the 3 hours, whatever it is. Come back to the topic, come back to the conversation, and give yourselves a chance to do one of 3 options. Talk about it, take an additional break, or mutually agree to leave it alone. Now, I hope as you practice those and try those during this holiday season, it will reduce some of the tension, reduce some of the elongated stress that comes from having way drawn out fights for 24 hours, a couple days at a time, and you'll be able to enjoy the holiday season a little bit more. Thanks for listening.